Are we rolling now?
What?
I think we're here. I think we're on.
Uh,
I think we're rolling. We're here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Brand new episode. We are here. Another day late. I mean, Devan's fault.
It was not.
I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I can lie about a lot of things, but I can't say my fault when it comes to the podcast being late. I can't.
That's fair.
I can't do it. I can't lie to the people, but
I
at the
can.
same time, you can.
I got struck by lightning yesterday.
You can lie to the people.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I mean, he gets struck by lightning. Y'all want him to do the podcast the same day. I mean, bro,
What the fuck is wrong?
Give bro at least 12 hours to recover from something like that. But we are back. Brand new episode. A lot to talk about. Obviously, we have game 2 to talk about. There's a reason. You know, I needed a reason to put this thing back on. Game 2. We got a lot of off the record topics. Obviously, Kyrie bringing up an interesting teammate he wants. I got something Stephen A. said I want to talk about. Madden 24. We got this PGA shit that's going on.
Yeah.
This Ja Morant. You texted me about Ja Morant. I didn't know there was something else going on about him. And yeah, there's some other things, and we also have another bracket, obviously. And I decided because there's so many off-season moves, I was gonna do best, off-season moves, like 16 of the best, but I decided 16 of the best free agency moves. Period. Strictly free agency. Pick like free agent signings, like not. Sorry, because I know off-season moves. Like for example, we did like we didn't just do like free agency signing. We did what the fuck else did we do? We did people who were
yes,
people or trades, people who were or like extended, but this is strictly free agency signings.
Okay.
16 of the best. Yeah, 16 of the best free agency signings
in the NFL.
Yes, we'll get to that later. What do you want to talk about first? You want to start with game 2? Or do you want to start with some
yeah.
We can get right into game 2. So, I'm not going to lie to you, Devin. We might be genius.
I mean, we could be.
We might be brilliant because
or we have the script.
We might have the script. Look. We might have the script.
I don't want to let that be known, but we might.
I'm just saying. You would have thought we recorded that episode after that game because
Very true.
All right, Heat win, 3-point win, 111-108.
Yep.
We missed 8 less threes and shot 15% better from 3 this game.
Yep.
They shot 18 for 20 from the free throw line, which means they
20 attempts.
Which means they got 18 more attempts than game 1.
Yep.
Jimmy 21, Bam 21, Strus 4 for 10 from 3, a lot better than 0 for 9 game 1. I told you.
You said let him shoot.
Let him
shoot.
He had
open look.
But they got to fall at some point. Gabe Vincent 4 for 6 from 3. Miami game 2 in Denver, which is huge. It's their first.
Taking one in Denver is
their
massive.
First home loss of the playoffs this year.
Wait, isn't that their first loss of the playoffs this year?
No.
Who'd they play? They swept the Lakers.
I don't want to say they swept Phoenix, did they?
Did they?
I don't know. I don't remember, honestly. I know it's their first home loss for sure is what they were saying. But,
yeah.
I mean, if they can take advantage of home court and, what was it? Aaron Gordon and MPJ combined for 17. Jamal Murray only 18 points. They let Jokic get his 40.
41.
They let Jokic get his 41 points, and they decided nobody else is going to score. We're going to outshoot you.
Yeah,
it's over. And people,
but I like with Aaron Gordon and MPJ and all those they're not consistent guys, and they're not that fucking good. They got off to a hot start, and then they were done for the rest of the game. The problem was that Jamal Murray went crazy last game.
Yes, and the problem is everybody ate that game.
Everybody ate that game, but
game 1,
that's not a thing that happens often.
No, but at the same time, I'm not gonna overreact. Could Denver go into Miami and win the next 2 games? Sure.
Yeah,
Like convincingly, like walk in there and just take them. Yeah,
they have the weapons to do so.
I can
Yeah,
see it happening, but at the same time, I don't think this game 2 win was a fluke. I think
no,
this game 2 win is just adding on to more of a reason why Miami should be here.
yes,
And from what I've seen from every other team, Denver probably would have swept anybody else from the East. So guess what?
for sure.
Miami's here. I don't. I don't. My prediction has obviously always been Denver, and sadly, I keep feeling like a Denver in 5, which means they're gonna go Miami, win the next 2, and then win game
You're
5.
feeling Denver in 5
I'm
currently?
saying I was feeling that going into this.
Sure,
So
yes.
what I'm saying is I don't know how like big of a jump I really want to make. Denver in 6,
I want to
Denver in
see Miami in
7.
7.
I'd love to. Devin, you gotta understand. I'd love to see Miami in 5.
Hell,
I would have
yeah,
loved to see Miami in 4. But guess
in
what?
4.
I got to be realistic. And I feel like I can be. Like if we were talking about the Ravens in a Super Bowl, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm getting on this podcast and giving you every single reason why we're going to win that game,
Yes.
and I'm not backing down, no matter who it is. But I don't know. I don't have that
I mean,
fandom when it
I'm
comes to.
I'm gonna be honest. I've trashed Denver a lot, especially in the regular season. I don't think their sweep over the Lakers was like this crazy thing. I don't. The Lakers were not equipped for this playoffs.
Oh, the Lakers were. I mean, Lakers were overrated. I
The
think
Lakers
we.
were way
I want
overrated.
to say we, if not at least I, overrated them.
Sure,
But after them, they beat Golden State. It's like, all right, okay, cool. People were getting a little excited, but I don't know. Denver sucked the life out of LA. Um,
but Denver's not a very dynamic team
no, but
unless they have every piece moving.
but you can say that for every team. But
No, I know, but they play off of Jokic going absolutely crazy, putting up 35, 40, and Jamal putting up 30, and then everyone else can score whatever the fuck and they'll win. But
see,
I
first of
don't.
all,
With
Jamal
all
ain't
those
averaging
tall
30, but
fuckers, with all their tall fuckers on that team, they don't have the defense to guard the 3. I say they just keep shooting threes from the Heat.
to be honest, no, well, no, I know the Heat are gonna outshoot Denver. Bam has been playing way better than I expected. Um, I thought, which I mean, obviously Jokic is eating, but I thought Jokic was gonna come in and just take Bam out the game, pretty much,
Sure,
which
but
is not
I mean,
happening.
no one else scored 20 that game, so fuck the 41 points.
But that's what I'm saying. In the regular season, bro, obviously that can work. You can beat a number 1 team in the West with some obviously with the MVP on your team, if not the runner up for MVP on your team. Yeah, you can be the best team in the regular season, but
I like
I mean, how many times has it been proven that you're not gonna get a championship playing through 1 star?
how many times has it been proven?
Yeah,
No, a lot.
but it's really been proven that you're really not even gonna make it there.
Sure.
But at the same time, to sit here and pretend like Denver is just good because of Jokic is wrong. Like, okay,
Well, they're here
if
because
you
of Jokic.
take if you take Boston's best guy and Denver's best guy away, Denver's still a way better team.
In Boston, for sure.
You take Jason Tatum off of Boston versus
Who do you
Denver,
have? Marcus Smart?
no Jokic. I mean,
Yeah.
Denver is
But,
still a way better team.
I mean, and I want to double down on the fact that Jokic is a incredibly boring player to watch.
Okay,
I mean, this motherfucker is just
this this
throwing up little floater after little floater after little floater. It's so
so
fucking boring.
I want to predict. I want game 3 predictions, and then I want to go into something off of what you just said. So game 3 predictions. They're coming to Miami. They got momentum, but Denver is pissed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I won't be surprised if Denver comes in there just pissed off, just not with any games, and goes in there and just beats him by 20. Okay, I'm very worried that happens. But if Miami is locked in, if Miami's hitting them from three, if Miami's playing defense, they just might get this game 3.
What I'm thinking is happening, I think they've got short momentum, but now they've got confidence. They know that their other guys, Gabe and Struess and Martin. Martin didn't play well last game, but Duncan Robinson had 10 points in the fourth quarter. They know their guys can eat. I think they're going to come out hot. They're going to come out firing. They're going to come out shooting a lot of threes, a lot of shots. And, yeah, I mean, if they can lock down Jamal Murray, I don't think Aaron Gordon's doing anything. I don't think Michael Porter Jr. is going to do anything that's going to convince a win.
Look, I can't sit here with this jersey on and not predict Miami winning Game 3. Miami's winning Game 3. There's my prediction.
They have to.
There's my prediction. But this one,
all I know is Jimmy said he's getting 4. So.
Okay. So this is something I wanted to talk about, though. So I'm glad you brought up Jokic being boring. I want to ask you a question, and I want a serious answer. What makes an NBA player box office? Like, what is your definition of a box office NBA player? Like boxes you have to check off to be considered a box office player. What's the checklist?
Well, intensity is one of them. Speed.
Are you talking specifically skill on the court? Because I think there's a lot more than just that when it comes to.
Well, sure. Yeah, there's more than that.
Okay. For example, Jokic has all like stat wise, like we're not gonna sit here and pretend like he's not great. He's a 2-time back-to-back MVP. Probably should have been 3-time MVP, but y'all know the narrative.
The MVP is dumb as fuck anyway.
But nobody cares. Nobody wants to watch the Nuggets play. Nobody wants to watch Denver play. Nobody cares about this center running the league. Why?
No.
What makes a player box office?
I don't think it's because of off-court things. I think it's because on-court he's just.
So what you're telling me is.
I mean, sure, Giannis is exciting.
Okay, but can I ask you a question?
But not really. Giannis it does on the court and off the court, but people don't show up in bales to watch Giannis.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Would you say every player who has draw from a lot more people outside of their fan base? For example, like there's a lot of people who are Ja Morant fans that aren't Memphis Grizzlies fans. Or a lot of people that were Knicks fans or weren't Knicks fans but were Melo fans, or a lot of people who were LeBron fans but not Cavs, Miami, whatever. I'm a Russell Westbrook fan, but I was never a Lakers fan. I'm not a Clippers fan.
No.
Don't you think that is a big part of being a box office player? Don't you think when the NBA is going to make sure Steph Curry's playing on Christmas Day, they're going to make sure there's a reason why it's the same thing in the NFL why like there's games that are flexed later in the year because they want box office games, they want box office players playing.
Yeah. What I think is I don't think that like I don't think that the box office. I'm having an autism attack right now. I forgot what I was going to say. You can continue with what you were saying.
You probably shouldn't. No. Here's the thing. This is what I'm saying.
That's probably my dumbest moment I've ever had. I lost everything.
I think a big part of being a box office player is the draw.
But the draw from on the court, you know, you have to draw. You have to be exciting on the court to then draw off the court.
But okay, then why is someone like Giannis?
But Giannis doesn't have that much of a draw.
Office. He's
not box
Giannis
office
has
like
plenty
LeBron
of
is like Steph.
But he does. But okay, so let me give this to you. A big reason why I'm saying this is because I was watching I was just diving into NBA YouTube world, and I started realizing that a big reason why, and this is not like my bias, like I don't care, LeBron, Mike, whatever. Because you can say the same thing for LeBron, even though you can't, because we're not getting into that though. But listen, I hear a lot of people say the reason why Mike is the GOAT, Mike is Mike. It's like, okay, we talk about accolades, we talk about how they play, but then people bring in this weird like third factor of how he like brought the NBA like the global draw and Nike and this and that.
Sure.
And then I started realizing like, okay, so yeah, no, being drawing people to come to watch you play basketball, or it's just
Well,
I don't know if I don't know how I really don't know if it is just on the court that
it's
makes
not
you a
just
box
on the
office
court,
player.
and yeah, maybe Jokic is because he goes and rides a
I'm
horse
saying, you think the
in the
fact that
off
Jokic does
season.
not go on social media, period, and goes back to his fucking homeland when the season's
See, but
over,
I
you
don't
don't think
think
that's
that.
any part of the reason why he's not considered a box office player? Think about it.
Uh,
The only
no,
reason people
here.
don't like Jokic is because he's a boring person.
But I think that
He's averaging a triple-double. He's not boring when you watch him play. You just don't watch him play because people don't watch Denver play. If he was
I
on
just
Boston,
watched two
if he was
games
a
of him
Boston
playing, and it was
Celtic, if
ass.
he was a Boston Celtic, he would be box office. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because Stephen A. Smith said he is not a box office player. But I'm saying why? It can't be on the court.
All right,
He's giving you the stats.
I don't think it's just because he's not. All right, all right, we've 100%. We understand that it's not fucking stats related. And yes, he looks great on paper, but who the fuck loves watching Joel Embiid play? I like watching his clips when he dunks on a motherfucker, but I could give a fuck about watching him sit in the post all fucking day.
Bro, I think a lot of people,
Yeah,
I think a lot of
Embiid has
players,
more points a game than him and is still not box
a
office.
lot of players who are considered box office. And I think a big part of being box office and a big part of being a star in the NBA is NBA culture. Jokic has no culture, like no NBA culture.
See,
Like
but
he
I,
has
I I
nothing.
think that's a
Like
difference
there's,
between box office and being a superstar.
oh, I lost you for a sec. I got you. Go ahead.
Uh, he's not a superstar by any means, but he's not
How is he not a superstar?
because a superstar has all those things. He can still be box office where people like to watch him play, but people don't like watching him play. People come out and watch Steph Curry play
Why?
not because he has
Why?
Subway commercials, because he's shooting 30-foot threes.
Okay, but in the same way Steph is an anomaly, Jokic is an anomaly.
Sure.
But I'm saying, why is he not? What? Cause you still haven't answered that question. Why is he not box office?
Because he's not exciting to watch on the court unless you're a diehard NBA fan. Unless you're a fan
How
who knows
many
basketball.
Nuggets games have you watched in the last 10 years? In the last 10
Two.
years,
Two. I watched them this week, and he's boring as
you
fuck.
watched game 1 and game 2.
Yes, I did.
So I'm saying, think for a second. How many people do you think are just like you that sure enjoy NBA basketball, but are never going to be caught dead watching a Denver Nuggets game?
They're on prime time.
I
They
don't
play
think
big teams.
I don't think that's, bro. There's fucking 82 games. There's
Who the fuck
82
watches the
games.
NBA regular season anyway?
People are gonna sit down and catch LeBron. People are gonna sit down and catch Curry. People are gonna sit down and catch box office players.
Because they're exciting to watch on the court. It's not just off the court shit.
So you think if LeBron all these years,
That's why they watch Ja.
you think if LeBron all these, oh,
That's why people watch Zion.
And you don't think Zion coming up off of Instagram and slam dunk mixtapes and doing all this shit and being a part of that culture that it
All right,
make
but
him?
it's because of his basketball play, because he's doing 360 dunks. Jokic can't get more than 2 feet off the ground.
I just don't understand. I don't understand because I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh no, Jokic is very, very." He's the most exciting player to watch because I don't. I'm not interested in watching Nuggets games either. Am I a casual? Sure, but the NBA is ran by casuals. The NBA is ran by the people, the casual fan that's going to have his favorite player be Steph Curry in 2015, and there you go, Steph Curry is running the league. Like I, I don't know. I don't know why Jokic isn't considered box office
I think
unless
we know
we
why.
have to consider more than just off the court. We got to take numbers. We got to put numbers aside and talk. I think just
I don't think it's just off the court. It can't. It is. There's no way possible that it's just off the. His game is inherently boring. I'm not saying his game is bad, but the
so you
way that he
think
plays basketball.
so you don't think Jokic would be given the same. You got to remember AD was 2 years ago, and hear me
Who
out.
the fuck likes watching AD play basketball?
Devin, are you gonna do this?
AD's not a
Are you
superstar.
gonna do this? Are you gonna do this?
AD's not a superstar.
Listen to me though. Okay, but people didn't talk about him like he was.
For a little bit when he was in fucking New Orleans 10 years ago.
No. When he came to the first of all, you're speaking so out of turn right now. He didn't. People weren't talking about him at the Pelicans 10 years ago because he wasn't in New Orleans 10 years ago. What I'm saying is, when he came to LA, that he was going to be the guy that when LeBron left, he was going to lead the Lakers into winning more championships. And this guy was the guy that was better than Tim Duncan. People were saying he was better than Tim Duncan. Trust me, bro. I was in
No, I'm not
circles.
saying that's.
People
I'm
were
not saying that
this shit.
it wasn't said. I'm saying it's fucking stupid.
But what I'm saying is, if AD got traded to Portland, people weren't going to be saying that. People would
No,
have been like, "Oh, look what Dame got for like a week or two," but then after AD got hurt like twice, they'd been like, "All right, whatever." What I'm saying is, he went to LA. He was with Bron. That was a big reason why. He was still going to be considered a box office player. If Jokic was in LA, people would not stop talking about him. People be talking about him 24/7, and people still kind of do.
he does get
He's
talked
so
about,
boring. We talk about
but
him all the time because of how boring he is. Kind of like Kawhi. Kawhi gives us nothing to talk about. But
he's boring.
Kawhi's box office.
But he's also boring to watch because he shoots mid range.
Kawhi's not
And
boring.
he doesn't do
Kawhi's
anything
not
crazy.
boring to watch. Kawhi's not boring to watch.
Sometimes.
Kawhi's not boring to watch.
Sometimes. And
I can't give you that. I'm pushing.
In New Orleans.
I'm pushing back. Kawhi's not.
AD was in New Orleans 10 years ago.
Okay, so I need you to understand that the biggest takeaway was not when AD was playing for New Orleans.
No, I'm aware. The biggest takeaway is that
that's cool. I'm glad you figured that one out.
People should watch Jokic play because he's exciting basketball.
So what you're telling me is if Jokic wasn't in LA, teammates with LeBron, he wouldn't be considered more box office than he is now. You wouldn't tell me if Jokic was in LA with LeBron with the personality of Shaq, he wouldn't be considered box office.
But you're putting him on a team with LeBron James.
I'm not saying how good they would be. I'm saying how.
No. I'm saying that he's able to get the eyes that LeBron gets. He's not making his own eyeballs.
Why isn't he box office?
Because he's boring to watch. He's also not exciting during games.
Was Kawhi box office when he left Cleveland?
Kawhi when he left Cleveland?
Or excuse me. Was Kyrie box office when he left Cleveland?
No, because he sucked.
No. Why wasn't Kawhi box office? Or why wasn't Kyrie? Every time I say Kawhi moving forward, I mean Kyrie. So
all right,
we're just
Kyrie was in the news.
Mm-hmm. Hold on.
But it was never.
Wait, that's off the court, right? That's off the court, right?
It was never for being on the court.
When he was on the court in Boston, when he was on the court in Brooklyn, it was exciting. Anytime Kyrie is playing basketball,
but he barely
it's exciting.
Fucking played.
But
Yeah,
I'm
because
saying,
Kyrie's exciting to watch.
so I asked you the question: is he considered box office? You said no because this, that, and that. You were about to list 3 reasons why he wasn't box office, and none of them had to do with on the court reasons. I'm telling you, there's a big
What I'm
part.
saying is
There's
he
a big
wasn't on
reason
the
why
court.
people. But yes, but I'm saying when he was on the court, it was exciting to watch. He was exciting to watch. Just how when Kawhi, you could disagree, but when Kawhi's on the court, I feel like he's exciting to watch personally. But obviously,
See, but the only time most people
Kyrie's
would,
a lot more exciting.
yeah, but he never made the fucking playoffs with the Nets, so no one fucking gave a shit about watching a regular season Nets game.
He did, but listen, either way, you just said he wasn't box office because he was in the news and this and that. When he was on the court, he was balling. When he wasn't,
All right, but
he was doing things to make him not be considered box office.
I don't understand the defense for Jokic. Like,
What do you
sure, he's a
mean?
great basketball player,
I don't
but
have a
in the
no.
in all actuality of how the people like to watch basketball, it's not him.
I don't know. I don't have a defense for Jokic because I don't know what I'm defending. Like what I honestly don't know what, because I don't know what is making him not box office.
Is he an exciting basketball player?
No.
Is he
But
good at basketball? Yes.
yes, but listen to what I'm saying to you. What I just said, I said if he was in LA, and it doesn't have to be LA, a team like LA, a teammate like LeBron, a personality like Shaq, you don't think he would be considered more box office?
If he had a personality like Shaq, then sure.
So those 3 things I just said, you said he would be considered more box office, right? Those are 3 off the court things. Those are not those. None of those 3 things have anything to do with how he's playing on the court.
Okay, if his personality showed in his game like it did with Shaq, when he was dragging his nuts on people's faces, sure.
That's
But
what I'm saying,
Jokic
though. That's what I'm saying,
plays
though.
straight up and down, right in front of the hoop, and puts up little floaters like this, and no one fucking gives a shit.
All right. That's enough Jokic talk. He's so boring. We spend 30 minutes talking about him. Let's
I don't
move
know why
on.
the fuck we're talking. I don't give a fuck about this loser.
I wanted to know.
I hope they get beat the shit out of him
I wanted
because
to
no one
know.
cares about Denver winning dick.
I wanted to know what made him so not box office. I'm sorry.
Everything.
So let's talk more basketball then. Kyrie wants LeBron in Dallas.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Why though? What makes it dumb?
Stop asking me these dumb questions.
Because you're not okay. On paper, like LeBron, Kyrie, and Luka would be ridiculous. But why are you? What is making you say that's dumb? Because it's
stupid for
Kyrie.
LeBron. It is dumb for LeBron to get into a situation where he is no longer. He would be in control, but he wouldn't have the same control that he has had as most of his career. He has to play with a rising superstar, and then Kyrie, who's a fucking shitstorm. That would be a horrible move for LeBron. That'd be a great move for Kyrie. That'd look great for Kyrie.
Okay. So on paper, you think it'd be a great move?
It could be.
Devin, stop.
I think.
Stop. It'd be great. They'd be great. They'd be a great team. Defense
Sure,
would be
but
shaky, but whatever.
that's a bad move for Luka too. If Luka wants to be known as one of the superstars, if he wants to be known as someone who's going to make the playoffs and go deep in the playoffs and make the finals.
But here's the thing, though. Luka can spend the next 2 or 3 years playing with 2 players like Kyrie and LeBron, and then still go on and do a bunch of things by himself.
See, but Kyrie, I don't even care. Kyrie doesn't bring any pull to this at all. He has not helped the team. Bron will help the team. Sure, yes, he can do things afterward, but Luka's got to figure his own shit out.
So you don't want you don't even want to you don't even.
I don't even want to see that. No.
Why though? You're just saying because what, their greatness is going to be affected.
No, I'm saying the team would fall apart. That would not last very long.
I think it'd be
and
fun.
Bron,
I think it'd be fun.
Bron would not go into that situation.
I think it'd be more successful than Russ, LeBron, and AD. I think it'd be more successful than that experiment.
You think they'll get? Well, Russ wasn't there for the championship, so maybe.
I don't know. I think it'd be fun to watch. I'm not really like.
I mean, definitely on the court, it'll be
Like I'm
very
going into
successful.
this. I'm going in. I'm looking at this with high hopes that like Kyrie isn't on his bullshit. Maybe Luka and LeBron are playing some defense. Like, all right, yeah, like the same way I'm looking at like Odell playing for the Ravens. Like, I'm expecting him to not be a fucking drama queen. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
well, I saw there was a report a couple days ago that Kyrie was in LA and he got picked up from the airport by someone who worked for LA for the Lakers. And then this report comes out that he went there to ask Bron if he wanted to come to Dallas rather than Kyrie going to LA, which I don't think Bron would do that.
No, I don't
Bron
think
doesn't
LeBron
operate that way. Bron
wants to
brings
be
people
in
with him. He
Dallas.
doesn't go and hop on a train.
But LeBron don't want to. I don't think LeBron's staying in LA though. I really don't.
He might have to rough it out one more year until Bronny gets drafted.
I don't know. I don't know. Do you want to? I want to see. I want to see if I can. I want to see if I can share this screen with you. And if I can share this screen with you, then we are in business. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
There we go. Finally, because I thought this was a lot better than like us looking on our phones, being like,
Yeah, I don't have to type nothing.
Wordle. So, what word do you want to start with? I mean, what we doing?
Laker. Vomit.
There we go. We got a green tea. And a yellow oat. Let me try this. Even though I know it's not gonna work, but
I was just about to say.
Okay. I'm not getting anything here. I'm not gonna lie.
Can you scroll? Yeah.
There you go. I mean, fuck. We gotta get something though. We gotta think of something.
I'm thinking like an O or like a AO maybe.
What about just OT?
OT. It could be OT.
Like, fuck. Okay, but hold on now. Okay, so the O's in the middle. No
Okay.
A, no F, no L.
No A.
O I
What about a ONT?
ONT OUT.
Oh, E, or there's still an E. Is there an EO in any word?
Fuck. ONT.
Maybe.
But like, don't. What else? I mean, what? I can't. I'm not even. What are you thinking?
I was thinking flan. No, there's no F or L. That's stupid. This is kind of stupid. All right, we got to get something with letters. So maybe an E.
We're gonna get here. We're gonna get something here. So let's go with
Maybe penis. That gives us all new letters except for I.
All right, whatever. Yeah, we got. Oh, okay. We got a yellow S.
Okay. What about an OST? Like a glossed.
So like OST, something like that.
Maybe. But there's not really much.
Yes, there is. Ooh.
That helped nothing. Fuck.
No, it didn't. It didn't. I thought I cooked for a second. I thought
you had it.
Damn.
All right, so the S is first.
You sure it's not second?
What the fuck will be before the S?
So.
Ooh, US? Maybe?
There's no way we are. So the first time we get like a screen share, we shit the bed. We don't even get it. Dude, I
Hold on.
don't.
S.
SW no. SQ no. S SC Scout. This is
That's
it.
our best bet.
This is it.
That's our best bet. Give me that. Give me that green.
Let's
Oh,
fucking go.
eat my balls, Jemima.
And
I shouldn't say that. That was bad.
yeah, I don't know why you.
I didn't mean that. Fuck it.
What I don't know what I don't.
Was Jemima even real? I don't even know if she was a real person.
Dude, I don't. I'm not even gonna entertain.
She's not on the thing anymore. You know they took the Land O'Lakes lady away
Why?
because she's Native American. And guess what's in the little circle where her face used to be?
What?
A little patch of white.
Okay,
They're whitewashing everything.
But I'm saying, what was wrong with her though? Was it like a caricature?
No, it was like a picture
Am I
of
saying that word right?
Caricature.
Caricature.
It was a picture of like a Native American woman.
It wasn't a picture.
It wasn't blasphemous. So I don't know.
Okay. Well,
Jaden
Mickens. So, well, you see what you got here. He is an NFC player, not NFC East. He's a receiver. He is 5'11" or 6 foot, younger than 27, number lower than 86. All right, an NFC receiver. Let's just
Devontae
go.
Smith.
Sure, we can go Devontae Smith. No problem there.
D-E.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, Devontae Smith. There it is. Wait, no, it's not NFC East.
Oh, I'm stupid. I was thinking it was.
6 foot receiver, 25 or 26, numbers higher than 8, not NFC East. Let's just go. Let's figure out. I'm trying to just gauge here.
Jettis? Ayuk?
I mean,
it's got to be Ayuk. He's number 11.
Yeah, is that where? Okay, all right. I mean, a normal. No, I don't know if you remember, but remember they were like switched.
Dude, they switched. Yeah,
but I think it might be fixed now. Let's see.
Yeah, Ayuk's never really a hard mode.
Delonte Hood. So it's an AFC West player, not defense, not Denver. Taller than 6'1", older than 24, number higher than 15. Okay, so an AFC West. Okay, I'm just gonna gauge here.
Mahomo.
Not a.
Sorry,
dude. God Christ, not a Chief, an offensive player, but not a quarterback. He is 6'2". 25, 20. So what about like what's his name?
Keenan Allen.
This guy. No. Oh, he's
Pacheco's like 5 foot.
He's listed as a receiver.
He's on Kansas City.
Oh, yeah. No, sorry, I completely forgot it wasn't even a.
Put in Mike Williams or Keenan, sure.
All right, so it's a receiver for fucking for
Vegas.
Yes, thank you. It's not going to be what's his name.
No.
But it could be. It's 16 or 15.
Henry Ruggs. Sorry.
No. Who's that little white guy?
Renfro.
He's 13 though, isn't he? I think he's number 13. Yeah. I have no clue. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I know the fucking receiver core. Do you? I mean, do you know who's wide receiver 3 for? Jacoby Myers. That Patriot
just
that
got traded
for like ever.
He just got traded from New England.
Yeah, why wouldn't we know who that is? Okay, yeah. So Word of Weddle. There you go.
I mean, that wasn't the hardest hard mode we've ever had. We've had centers before.
I mean, we've had long snappers.
We are long
So
snapping.
I mean, no, definitely better than that. But Devin, go ahead. Finally, we have a golf topic that other people might have heard about, other people might care about. I need you to maybe not care about, but I need you to explain this shit to me because I have no clue what's going on.
So the there's two golf um, people golf.
People golf.
Yes, no. So there's the PGA Tour,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's a new league that started in 2022 called Live Golf that is backed by the Saudi PIF, their private investment fund. They have given over $1 billion to this new league, and a lot of people have been jumping ship and going over there. And the PGA Tour has said no. Anyone who leaves is now permanently banned from the PGA Tour. You can't come back in. We've talked about this before on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that you can't come back, and that the Saudi back league is unethical and treasonous to the United States. The PGA Tour CEO has said that. He wanted everyone to rethink all the money that they had taken to go to that league because of what had happened in 9/11 and the Saudi Arabian people who were involved in the attack. And he even brought up that tragedy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so now these two leagues have merged. They're together now. Um,
So
I don't
now,
know
what exactly
what
does
happened.
that mean? Like
So,
they're just coming over and joining the PGA because it's not. I mean, the PGA is not gonna like change their whole brand, right?
well, so currently they're a nonprofit organization. They will be changing their title and they will be becoming a for-profit organization, an LLC. Um, so yeah, they'll be a different thing. Um, but I think what happened was they've now been essentially being bought out by or just combining forces. So they have every golf league now in this Saudi investment fund. I don't know how it's going to work or how it's going to operate or whatever, but this news broke this morning and no one had any fucking idea. None of the players were told. Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy weren't. Not a word was spoken to them about anything.
I mean,
Um,
do they have to tell them?
they don't have to tell them, but again, like the PGA Tour would not be what it is without Tiger Woods. And a lot of these guys, I mean, Tiger's at the point in his career where he may just say fuck it and just play in the majors or not even participate in the PGA Tour. Um, but yeah, apparently all the PGA Tour guys have now attacked the CEO for doing this, calling him a hypocrite, which he is.
So that's the only thing that gets affected is the PGA Tour. The Masters and shit is all going to be the same because they're a
Yeah,
separate.
all the four majors are going to be the same. The PGA Tour, so I'm not sure how it's going to work, but like they're basically combining into one league. So there will be, I'm guessing, a shortened PGA season or less events, and then these guys will be playing in live events. The PGA Tour guys will be playing in live events. So I don't know. It's all fucking weird. I mean, they were suing each other just a couple months ago, and now they're dropped the litigation and
So I mean, this is just all for money, basically.
essentially, yeah. But I mean, this is after them saying that in no way would they ever reach a deal or end litigation or whatever. And that's what everyone thought it was going to be for a long time, but not anymore.
I mean, I didn't even think about the fact that the four majors are a separate thing, and that's not going to be affected. And I mean,
But they weren't affected anyway because all the live guys were still playing.
but see, who are the live guys? Are there guys that were in the were in the PJ shit and then went over there, and now they're going to come back over here and play?
Yeah, so now
And
after
they
the
were
end of this,
banned.
they were banned, and now after the end of this season, they can be reinstated immediately.
Wow. Okay, so there you fucking go. But I mean, is it really
Absolutely
a bad
ridiculous.
thing though?
It
If
might
if if the
it
point
might not be a bad thing for the game of golf, but it also could be.
See, I was gonna say if obviously money's the main goal, but if this makes golf better or makes more people interested in golf and brings more people and draws more people, stuff that has to do with not on the green stuff, off the green stuff. If you can draw like another side of the country over to enjoy PGA golf, then not the country, the world. I mean,
World, yeah.
shit.
But what they're betting on is that they will draw the younger population into golf. Which there are a lot more younger people playing golf with Top Golf and everything, and there's a lot more younger people playing golf. But what they could potentially lose is the people who actually watch golf, the older people who might just say fuck it and not watch this shit anymore. So.
Yeah, but like you got to look at it like this. Don't you think golf viewership probably wouldn't take that big of a hit the same way the people who don't watch football anymore because people took a knee, like how the NFL isn't really affected by that. Like the percentage of the people who are not going to watch golf because of this merge, I think it's going to be very low. I don't think it's going to
See,
be.
but the golf viewership is already
See, but what do you
not
think?
even
What do you
close to
think
the
would
NFL.
draw the younger crowd to golf?
Well, so what Live Golf is doing is that they have these crazy live events. They're over 3 days. It's less golf. They've got fucking live music all weekend. They've
You
got
need
shit.
festivals. You need
Basically a
festivals.
festival,
You
and
need
there's golf
parties.
happening.
You need a bash. You need everything. But
So
hold on, though.
that's the new way to do golf, I guess.
Could I ask you, like, do you not think? Now, mind you, could we get old and think the same thing old people think the same way old people think today? Maybe. I
Yes,
strongly, strongly believe when our generation are the old people, it's going to be maybe not a 50% change, but it's going to be a different world.
for sure.
Like right now, I think golf is still ran by like old rich like snobs,
It is.
and I don't know how bad that will be 35 years from now.
It's definitely changing. It
Like
is
I'm
much changing.
like if guys like if you know like if guys like you, guys like me are enjoying that shit, it's like we're not like I think a big thing is like I think kids look at golf as such like an old person or like a
Yeah.
more sophisticated like thing, but in reality, if
There's
there's
so much stigma around golf. Like I hated it when I was growing up playing baseball. I thought it was boring. I thought it was for old losers. I thought you
Mhm,
had to pay to get in the club, and
mhm.
there's all like this. But I think that there's a lot more people realizing that golf is just like
It's just something you do.
you like you can go out and wear a fucking t-shirt on the golf course, and you can not have to wear pants. Like the PGA Tour was strict on, they're done it forever, not letting their golfers wear shorts. The
Mhm.
Live, you can wear shorts whenever the fuck you want on their tour, and
And
it's not that big of a deal.
golfers are wearing shorts in PGA next year or
Fuck yeah, they are,
whenever they
and it's
start.
not that crazy of a deal. But it just shows people that like it's not this stuck up dummy sport, and a lot of people treat it that way. They're like, what's your fucking handicap? Who gives a shit? We're out here for 5 hours a day just to fucking get away from everything and fuck off and get drunk. It should
Exactly.
be a fun thing. It shouldn't be this bullshit. So maybe I will enjoy this merger. Maybe it will be fun.
Florida Gators documentary.
Yes, sorry, doobop.
Florida Gator documentary. Where is
Bob
it at?
Menery.
There it is. So when you hear that, first of all, 2006, 2009 Gators documentary, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Like, what are you thinking?
Tim Tebow gay? Question mark.
Stop, dude. What? Why?
What?
What? Why? Why?
I
Why?
There might be
Why?
footage. Well,
Okay.
okay. Let's. All right. No. Hold on. Listen to me. When Aaron Hernandez documentary came out, were we thinking we were just gonna hear about a bunch of gay sex all fucking day? No, I didn't fucking know I was gonna hear about gay rape. or sorry, grape. I didn't know I was gonna hear about gay stuff happening. But hell,
Okay, but on a real
seems
note,
involved a lot.
I'm very worried that if it's in the wrong hands, a Gator documentary would be a lot about a lot of off the field things.
Yeah, and I think ESPN is definitely the wrong hand. I don't think
Now,
they care about football too much anymore.
Brandon Seiler, who has been pushing for this documentary for a while, a former Gator of that time. Now, let me pull it up because I want to say.
So someone who is not known wants to be known for what he's done.
No, he was a great linebacker for us. But so I I want to say I read something that said he was gonna have his hand in this documentary, but I believe that this is a good thing because I if this is a player led documentary, I do think that there will be shining light on more than just bullshit. And it's a Netflix documentary, not ESPN.
Oh,
Netflix announced.
How long are they going to spend on Urban Meyer crying?
See, but okay, that's what I'm saying. They're going to talk about Urban Meyer. They're going to talk about Aaron Hernandez. They're going to talk about the other like 40 arrests from that team. Like I'm saying, there's a lot of shit. Netflix announced that they'll be releasing a documentary on the Florida Gator football team, focusing on the Urban Meyer led years, primarily from 06 to 09. The popular streaming service released a documentary on August 23rd. According to former Florida star Brandon Seiler via an Instagram post that was later tweeted out by a Florida fan page. So Brandon Seiler is the one that announced it, which means he at least has some inside information on it. I don't know who's going to be. I don't know who's running it, but okay, the level of recruiting. Like, okay, here's the thing: if Tim Tebow's talking on there, if Percy's talking on there, if Joe Hayden's talking on there, if Marcus Pouncey's talking on there, we're gonna have a great documentary. If it's reporters talking on there, former high school quarterbacks in there, some random player from the NFL in there, it's gonna be bullshit. Because we're gonna be talking about how this went down and that went down and this happened.
Yeah,
I guarantee you, if this documentary is in the wrong hands, this is gonna be how the documentary is. They're gonna like show like a bunch of highlights and be like, the Florida Gators were unstoppable. But they were known for a lot more than just football, and like it's gonna go into like a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah,
I'm really scared.
To be completely honest, that's what Netflix does. Netflix takes situations that weren't that drama filled and makes them drama filled. Like,
see, but here's the thing though: the Gators were drama filled.
No, very true, but like
they can do it.
Still, they were a great football team.
Yeah,
like
I hope it's great. I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not saying that that's 100% gonna happen. Like I think there's a good
probably
chance.
Will. I'm saying it probably will because
if it's led if the players have their hands in it, I don't think it will. I don't think they would let it slide. I don't think so. I'm telling you, they wouldn't. They're not going to sit there when they already made a 3-part series on Aaron Hernandez. They already got their content on that. They don't need to sit there and spend the whole time trying to celebrate the Gators, talking about all the bad shit that went on in the background. We don't need to do that. Netflix, like I said, got a 3-part series, docu-series on fucking Aaron Hernandez. Y'all can spend 30 seconds talking about him, and it better be about how damn good he was for the Florida Gators, because not everything has to be about how terrible a person was. God damn it.
Not everything, but that brings eyeballs,
God fucking damn it. But okay. But that's what I'm saying. They already did that.
I know, but there's more than Aaron Hernandez to this story.
That's why, okay, you got Neverland, Never Saving Neverland or whatever. So if y'all want to make another Michael Jackson documentary, make it about his fucking career. Don't make it about the fucking little boys that want to lie for some dough. I'm tired of this shit. I'm so tired of this shit. If I
you're telling me.
Listen.
He didn't like little boy penis.
Listen, this documentary, if Tim Tebow is going to be a part of this documentary, you think he's going to sit there and want to talk about Aaron Hernandez and talk about there's a dead body in Janoris Jenkins' basement. How do you feel about that, Tim?
It might turn into a fucking Jesus documentary. Who knows?
Fuck that. No,
Did you know Tim Tebow saved a man's life by putting his hand on him and praying to the big boy Jesus?
First of all, the guy had a seizure and he prayed for him, and then he was okay. Okay.
You know what? A lot of people survive seizures.
You know what? Look,
It's a
I'm
lot
not.
more than heart attacks.
Look. I did not say Tim Tebow saved the man. I just said a guy had a seizure.
Yep.
He was in probably critical condition. Tim Tebow put a prayer and put his hand on him. And then after that happened, not right after, maybe whenever, but at some point that man was okay. Am I saying the two things could have didn't have to coexist to still happen? Maybe. But we'll never know. All I know is
I know who I'm calling when I have a seizure.
It better be Tim. You better do it fast too, because I don't know how quick you're gonna be able to get.
He's got to get all the way here from the fucking Philippines. What?
That's just such a joke that not everybody's gonna get. But I'm so happy.
Doesn't he still spend time in the Philippines?
I don't know. Maybe. What do I want to talk about next? Tua could care less about that.
I'll take him away from his tantric getaway.
So I saw that Dalvin Cook and the Jets might be a thing.
They have a great running back. Fuck Dalvin Cook.
All right. Is every topic I'm going to bring up going to be your least favorite thing of the day or what? Jesus Christ. Dalvin Cook would be a great addition to the Jets.
No,
after all these years, Aaron Rodgers playing fucking Minnesota, you get to see them link up. I think that would be tough.
Aaron Rodgers.
Okay. I'd rather Aaron Jones. Fucking Christ. I'd rather Cook go there than Zeke.
Oh, by far. Zeke will be lucky to get on the Redskins.
But I also wouldn't be mad if. Oh, I got something else I want to talk about.
Not Dalvin.
But Dalvin to Dallas, I wouldn't be too opposed to.
Him and Tony Pollard, that could be pretty nice.
I mean that'd
I
be
think
nice...
Dalvin still has some years in him, and I think he wasted a lot of them playing for that dookie ass organization. But no, he's still a good back. He's not that bad.
I think he would be a great addition. Way better of an addition than Zeke would be on any team.
And there's not much drama with Dalvin Cook. There is with Ezekiel Elliott.
No, there's I'd say maybe a little bit of injury worry. I'd be a little worried about injuries, but no more than Zeke. So I mean, fuck it. I have a question though. Who should be on? Actually, I don't even know if you can take this question serious. So I'm gonna actually ask you something else.
No.
No, because I'm already. It's been an hour. I'm gauging you. There's no way you're gonna answer this question serious. There's no fucking way.
Okay, I will give myself 5 minutes. 5 seconds after you say it to then think of something before I say it.
See, but we don't have to kindergarten this. You can say whatever you want. I'm just saying. I don't know. Okay. Who should be on the cover of Madden 24?
Not Josh Allen.
Why?
Why is he on the cover? Put Justin Herbert on there. They've done the same thing.
Is it announced? Is it announced it's Josh Allen?
No, but that's what everyone's been saying. And then Lil Wayne came out. Did you hear what Lil Wayne said about Lamar?
No.
Lil Wayne was like, "Yo, when Lamar was on the cover, that shit was crazy." But Josh Allen,
that was gross. But why? Okay, first of all, are we really gonna sit here and pretend like Josh Allen isn't that dude still? Like, are we gonna sit here and pretend like he's not, or what?
No, he's still that dude. But
can we talk about then let's talk about all the.
I think people would rather see Joe Burrow on that motherfucker. He actually made a Super Bowl.
And let's talk about all the finalists then.
What about Jalen Hurts?
Madden unveils their cover athlete finalists. Are you ready?
Sure.
Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Justin Jefferson,
fair,
Travis Kelce, Christian McCaffrey. So let me just say this. It doesn't matter who's on the cover of Madden 24 because nobody buys hard cover games anymore.
Very true.
because this is what happens. We download it on our system, and like every season, like they'll have like a season on Madden. They put somebody new on the cover.
Yes.
Like they'll change it on the streaming service. So who's the cover? So it doesn't matter anyways. So
But
honestly, if
but
they wanted to
but the
start
cover,
the first 2 months with DeMar Hamlin, I'd understand that. Because at this point, it really does. It's kind of like it doesn't matter. I guess sure until there's a day where they're not selling the actual disc. But I don't even know if they are. I mean, the new Xbox don't take this.
No, but I mean, the cover at least typically shows like the better players or like the biggest player of the year or whatever, or who's the most popular. And I don't think Josh Allen is that.
Are you stupid?
I
Josh Allen's a top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
I'd like to see Jalen Hurts.
Josh Allen is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
I'd rather see Joe Burrow on that motherfucker.
But are we gonna? Josh Allen could have been the cover athlete, though. Is what I'm saying. He could have been the cover athlete 2 years ago.
I think it would have been more impactful 2 years ago. I think people would have understood that. But it was what Lamar.
Why?
And then
I don't
Patrick
understand though.
Brady.
Why is Josh Allen not? Why would he not be considered one of the top finalists to be on the cover of Madden?
Because he didn't do shit this year.
All right, I guess. I get you. I mean,
like,
we don't have to go to pro
when
football.
Lamar had it, Lamar was MVP.
Sure, but I mean, does it have to be the MVP every year?
No, because Patrick has had the cover before.
He's been on the cover twice.
But I think Jalen would be tough, and I think people like Joe Burrow more than they like Josh Allen.
Isaiah Rodgers.
That's a name I'm unfamiliar with.
Look it up.
Okay, I probably know him, but
look it up and just tell me what you see.
Oh, don't do this to me.
Just look it up. Tell me what you see, and I'm gonna just chill.
Oh, this is the Colts guy with the gambling.
So I'm not gonna lie to you. I just saw the headline. I don't know what all he did. So
faces a lifetime ban
from the NFL.
Yeah.
Isaiah Rodgers is banned for life in the NFL.
No. Faces a lifetime ban.
Oh, can potentially be banned for life.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay. All right. For the gambling pilot, 4th-year cornerback, very serious punishment. I don't know what he did.
He bet on
games. He placed hundreds of bets, primarily in the $25 to $50 range. Hundreds. Mm-hmm. Hundreds of them.
Okay, bro.
On Colts games, you heard?
Mm-hmm. I saw some more on Colts games. Bro, let's be real.
I mean, Pete Rose was banned from the Hall of Fame and a lot of shit.
How many players do you think fucking bet on games? How many players do you think bet on games not on gambling websites?
I was just about to say a lot of people have bookies that are not gambling websites.
Let's not sit here and pretend like there's not players in the NFL that don't probably go to somebody every week to bet on themselves, on who they're playing, to bet against themselves, bet on whatever the fuck. Like,
you know who they should talk to?
Who?
If they want to bet on these gambling websites, they should talk to KD. That motherfucker got burner accounts out the motherfucker.
Oh, you want to talk about NBA shit? You could bet so much in the NBA, bro.
Well, we already know that the NBA is a convoluted betting fuckery.
But NBA players are definitely betting. You don't think there's days like...
You don't think Embiid's like, I'm going to drop 30 tonight. He averaged 33. Like,
come on, bro. Players are betting on themselves. It's just Isaiah Rodgers got caught.
And shit, you could have smashed the over this year on every fucking game and made money.
And Isaiah Rodgers is fucked.
I just don't. I don't get it. You're making money.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
another
like
thing.
gambling.
Like
I don't gamble. I don't know.
I guess I definitely would.
I know, but if you could be banned for life, who gives a shit about betting?
Oh, if I was in the NFL, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't bet if I was in the NFL because
Fuck
I
no.
would have NFL money. I
And sure,
wouldn't. I
NFL
wouldn't
money's
bet.
not the NBA money, but it's money. It's
It's
more
yeah,
money than you'll
no, it's
make from
still
a
money.
$25 bet.
So what was this Josh shit you texted me about?
So apparently, the gun that Ja had in that Instagram live video was fake. Oh, it was fake because the guy sitting next to him decided to just turn the camera down immediately
Says
when he
who
put the
though?
gun
Who
up.
said it was fake?
So apparently the NBA now knows that the gun is fake, and he's still facing a 30-game
What do you
suspension.
mean the NBA knows the gun is fake? What is
Let me pull up a thing because I saw a report that the gun was a toy.
the gun was a toy?
So his camp is claiming that the gun was a toy, and now the um, the NBA seemingly does not care, is what I'm hearing now. Because he still faces he's still probably going to get suspended for the first 30 games of the season. But yeah, no, his whole team is saying that gun was actually a toy.
Months later.
A month.
A month
A
later.
month later. Yeah.
So here's the thing. I don't really care about the Josh situation.
Yeah.
Like, and when I say that, I mean like, bro, if he got off scot free, whatever. Like, I don't think Ja is gonna end up getting fucking Rico charged with some shit. I don't think he's gonna end up in the streets. I don't think he's gonna like. I think bro's gonna come back to the NBA and play and ball. Like I don't know. I'm kind of over it at this point. They either need to, and that's the thing. Like they've been talking about this forever. Like either punish him, give him his punishment, finish this. Like we need to
get it over with.
Because how long
and
are we
just
going to
pray
talk
he
about
doesn't
that?
do something else again.
We're going to talk about what the NBA could do to Ja all summer. I mean,
I guess.
I'd like an ending to. I'd like there to be an ending to this. But I
But
guess
there's a tweet here that says Twitter, I guess, is fairly funny. Maybe might need to look at it more. I don't
Twitter,
have
yeah. Twitter's pretty good.
But it says John Morant is playing with quote unquote toy guns. Zion is having a baby with a stripper, and RJ is barely progressing. The 2019 draft class is in the mud. I didn't know Zion was. I know Zion was having a baby. I didn't know he was having with a stripper.
I didn't know that either, but I fucking that's whatever. Cool, good for Zion, I guess. Last thing before we move on into another round of Word of Weddle and this bracket, Paul Pierce finally made sense, Devin.
In what world?
Paul Pierce finally made sense, Devin.
He made sense.
I'm gonna tell you why. So
why is that?
He was once again talking about his cramp fucking game where he was in the wheelchair or whatever.
Again?
And he made a great point that I've never heard anybody say, which should have been one of the first things we all said.
What's that?
He said, and this isn't I don't have the exact quote, but it was something along the lines of, now if I shit my pants,
why would they sit me down?
Would it really make sense for me to mush it in a wheelchair? And just the thought of Paul Pierce fucking now. Okay, here's the thing. If you shit yourself,
yeah.
Go ahead.
I am a expert in this field. They call me whatever they call me when I shit myself. Typically, when someone shits themselves, me included, it's not like an actual shit. It's not a regular hard cylindrical dookie. It's a loosey dumper. It's a loose goose. That shit's running down your leg. That shit's stinking the high hell. That shit's getting through any tight shorts you got on. You gotta be wearing a diaper to soak that shit up.
Like you wouldn't want to stand up.
if I had shat myself.
Exactly.
And I also
So-
wouldn't want to sit down and rub the poopies in my butt.
No, but I'm saying, like, if you shit yourself, yeah, you probably would be rolled out on a wheelchair opposed to walking out with shit running down your leg.
Very true.
So at the same time, I guess you could still argue that even if you were mushing your shit into
I think the
wheelchair.
NBA would rather see a guy in a wheelchair than a guy with
shit running down his leg.
corn running
But
down his ankle.
In Paul Pierce's words, only shitting he was doing was on the Lakers. So
that's damn true because they fucking won. So
there you go.
See, yeah, we never talk about how great that team was and the fact that they beat Kobe. We talk about that he shat himself.
Well, it's because that's hilarious.
I guess, but Paul Pierce is more than the strippers he was with in the time he shat himself.
Sure, I guess.
He was a great player.
Yeah, I guess.
He did great for the Washington organization. He took us to the playoffs.
Are you really hyping up Paul Pierce based on what he did for the fucking...
No, I'm adding that to the conversation.
Come on now.
He did a lot for our team. That was the last time our team was good.
What is this?
Some dookie.
I want Wordle. That's what I want. There we go. Okay. We're here. Let's play. Let's play another round of this. And then let's get into this bracket after this.
Do we have to give money to the New York Times now?
Probably. Speaking of New York Times. Yellow T, green E. Yellow T, green E. All right, let's just end it with there's 2 T's in that. 2 L's? What am I missing?
Ballet is 2 L's.
Okay. That's something I just learned. E-T,
yeah, 2 L's.
E-T.
I
know there's no M, but
that's fine.
Okay.
All right, so I'm guessing the T's second. Maybe steam. S-T-A.
There's no M.
Nope, I spelled that word wrong.
I didn't even. Yeah.
That's fine.
There's an A.
There's an A.
So it's gonna be something like.
That was really stupid that I said that, but that's fine. No.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, is that a word? Hold on. Oh, never mind. I was thinking of a different. Never mind.
Yeah.
But
fucking balls, dude. Is there an R? Maybe.
Hold on. Oh, what about this? What about? I think there's a lot more.
Yes.
More you could.
Well, water.
Could do water, yeah.
Water's not wet, by the way.
Water is wet for sure.
No, it's not. All right.
Water is very wet. Look up the definition of wet.
These nuts. Sorry, everybody.
So what? Later?
Later? Yeah.
I mean, what are we doing here? Okay, what are we doing here?
All right. Hold the phone. So potential words: hater.
It's hater.
Pater.
It's
Dater.
hater.
Fader. Gator. Hater.
It's fucking hater.
Yep.
It's hater. Jesus. Wow. I mean, come on.
That's a twofer in the 6 category. These have been not hard, but we've just taken a while.
Yeah, no, it's taking us, and it was taking us the whole damn. I don't know. Let's get a damn Weddle though. Jake Funk. So,
do you want the funk?
It's an AFC player, not AFC South, not a running back, taller than 6 foot, younger than 23, numbers higher than 39.
Garrett Wilson?
Definitely not Garrett Wilson, but not the AFC East, not a receiver. He is 21 or 20. Numbers higher than 39 still taller than 6'2". So AFC North or AFC West. Let's just ballpark it.
Mackie Mac.
It's an AFC North tight end. Who's over there in Cincinnati? What's his name? The fuck is his name? Why can I not? Oh, okay.
It could be Fryermuth.
Yeah.
Old Patty boy. No.
Fuck.
All right, this has to be the hard mode.
So the other Steelers tight end, Devin.
Who did they draft a tight end? What the fuck is this?
Darnell Washington.
Oh yeah,
Darnell Washington.
There's no way that's easy mode.
You should have known that. You should have.
There's
I
no
thought you
fucking
would've known
way.
that. All right, Brent Urban. So it's an NFC player, not defense. Shorter than 6'5", younger than 32, numbers lower than 95. Okay, so we got absolutely nothing there.
Mm-hmm. I was just about to say.
So it's an NFC player. It's an offensive player, not a quarterback, not the NFC East. Taller than 6'3", or no, 6'2" or 6'3". He's 24 years old. Numbers higher than 3.
So we're looking at alignment.
No.
Probably.
Shorter than 6'5". He's 6'2" or 6'3".
There's a 6'3" center.
Okay. Oh, I did NFC East. Yeah. I forgot it was okay.
Who's a tight end from? Yeah, George Cuppies.
It's not a tight end. He's 6'3". Fucking fantastic.
All right, let's find a division and.
Okay, so it's not the East, not the West. Okay, fucking NFC South.
Kyle Pitts. It's not him though. It can't be.
All right, so it is the NFC South. It's not Tampa. It's not. He's 6'4".
He's 6'3".
Or 6'3", sorry. 6'3", 24 years old. It's gonna be a lineman. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am not gonna sit here and try to figure out what lineman in the NFC South I'm trying to think of.
Javon Gwynn.
Javon Gwynn.
Bro.
Javon, you don't know
He's
Javon
related
Gwynn?
To Tony Gwynn.
Do you not know Javon Gwynn?
Y'all know who Kurt Franklin is?
I have no clue who Javon Gwynn is. All right, Devin. I got 16 of the best bracket. God damn it.
Yeah. No, we're going to go through all of our brackets and say which one was the best.
I got 16 of the best free agency moves ever, and I want to talk to you about some of them. Undrafted free agents are included in this.
Okay.
So we do have a couple of those in there. All right, let's get into it. First up, we got Drew Brees in 2006 signing with the New Orleans Saints.
New Orleans Saints from the San Diego Chargers.
That is going up against the undrafted free agent Doug Williams.
Dougie Boy Williams, baby. Now, I'm going to tell you this much. They've produced the same amount of Super Bowls.
Okay, so I'm not going to lie. I put Doug Williams in here for fun for you. Let's be real. Drew Brees, 06 to New Orleans, hit that free agency signing. Drew is basically everything after that is what makes him a Hall of Fame quarterback.
You know, he was not that dude in San Diego.
So it's 100% Drew Brees here.
It is, question. But when we look at Super Bowls, and
sure, when you look at Super Bowls,
what did Doug Williams do for black quarterbacks? First black quarterback to win a Super Bowl. So,
sure. How about Jerry Rice in 2001?
Going to the Raiders.
Oakland. Still, he was still a 1,000-yard receiver.
He was 40.
He was still a 1,000-yard receiver.
I know.
He was still a 1,000-yard receiver. Played in the Tuck Rule game.
Yes,
he was playing in that Tuck Rule game.
That's why they lost.
Very close.
No one mentions that.
Very close. I can't remember if he was in that Super Bowl that they lost or not. Either way, versus Shannon Sharp, 2000 to the Baltimore Ravens.
It's got to be Shannon Sharp.
See, it's Shannon, but I want to acknowledge that Jerry Rice, like I said, I mean, he was still at that age a 1,000-yard receiver. He was an impactful receiver at the time, still. But Shannon Sharp coming over to Baltimore, I mean, he was he's still known as one of the greatest Ravens ever, and he wasn't even here for that damn long. He
What,
helped us win that
2
Super
seasons?
Bowl. He was. Yes, Shannon Sharp was a great signing. That's another thing. It's not just how great the player was; it's how great the signing was for the team.
It made the team better. They
And if
needed
we
a dude
had
like that.
if we had a quarterback with one more brain cell, shit. I mean, there'd be no question for this, but it was Trent Dilfer slinging that rock. So we got Reggie White in 1993 to Green Bay versus good old Johnny Unitas, who got cut from the Pittsburgh Steelers in the preseason and signed by the Baltimore Colts.
So you want to talk about Jordan playing plumbers?
So Reggie White, do you want to do that? You want to do that? So you think the competition?
We want to talk about plumbers here?
So you think the competition in the 60s for the NFL was just as bad as the competition in the 60s for the NBA? Because I guarantee you.
You cut out real quick. You said just as bad.
I think the competition for the NFL back in the day way higher than the NBA.
I don't think so.
Okay. I mean, I think.
So now you're saying that Ewing sucks, Magic Johnson sucks, Hakeem Olajuwon sucks, all these dudes.
No, Devin. The
Charles
top
Barkley's?
players. The top players from that time, which I could list from any era and make that my argument for why that era isn't bad. No, the top players from that time.
I lost you. That's not good.
I'm right here. I'm right here. No, the top players from that time. No, that's not what makes that era bad. And I'm talking about the 60s. I'm not talking about the 80s and the 90s. We're talking about the 60s and the 70s when Johnny Unitas played. That's what you're referring to.
Oh.
So I think that in the 60s and 70s, the competition in the NFL was higher than what it was in the NBA.
Sure.
I think for the simple fact that, you were pretty much allowed to murder each other on the football field.
That is fair. Then. No, I was making a joke, but
No, I think a lot of people would say like people were playing plumbers in Super Bowl III.
I think they were like legitimate plumbers, dudes who would smoke cigarettes on the sidelines.
But I think that the competition in the NFL at that time was still higher than the NBA.
Could be.
I think it was. I think at all times competition in football is going to be higher than basketball because of the physicality.
Well, they're different sports.
But that's what I'm saying, though. We're still talking about the level of competition when you have to be that
But it has
physical,
to be comparative to the own sport.
But when you have to be that physical, you cannot give up that much competitiveness. When you're just hooping for 82 games, bro, you can lose a lot of your competitive edge. You can lose a lot of that shit. When it comes to football, no, bro, you don't make it when you lose that edge. I'm sorry, you become a fucking butterfly. I don't really know what you want me to say. Either way, I don't know if Johnny Unitas beats Reggie White in this. With all that being said, though, I do think it's Reggie White.
Yeah.
But okay, here's the question though. Reggie White joins the Packers, obviously helps to win a Super Bowl. It was the first year of free agency. He was pretty much the biggest.
The first year of free agency.
Yeah, like when free agency was a thing, like the free agency market.
Well, then how is Johnny Unitas a free agent?
Johnny Unitas was signed as a free agent, but there wasn't.
I got you.
Like free agency wasn't a like the
like
window,
a free agent market.
Yeah, like there's no free. Like he was technically a free agent because
he wasn't on the team.
Signed, so yeah, he was a free agent.
I got you.
But I mean, if we're talking impact, if we're talking. I mean, I don't. It's Johnny Unitas, so if we're gonna sit here and pretend like he's nothing compared to Reggie White, it's a little insane. But I could see Reggie White going on. I'm not too mad about that.
Was a great player.
Now, Charles Woodson, 2006 to Green Bay. Tony Romo, Dallas.
Now, Charles, as I can remember, was not in the Super Bowl. He didn't play in it.
Well, he broke his arm in the Super Bowl?
I think so.
Yeah, he broke his arm in the Super Bowl.
Okay, yeah. What are
Look,
your thoughts? Because I have some, and
look. When I was making this list, I was like, Devin's gonna shit all over Tony Romo.
but
But like in this bracket, we're talking if we did 16 free agent quarterbacks.
Tony Romo is not very high up.
No, I would say the percentage of free agent quarterbacks and
Sure.
the career Tony Romo had, he is in a
Yeah.
high percentile. Like like like
Okay, yes. 4 free, yes. Okay.
like the
I see
same
what you're saying.
way. I don't know, bro. I mean, Tony Romo, did he win a Super Bowl? Was he an MVP quarterback? Was he a top fucking whatever quarterback? No, but my childhood, I enjoy watching Tony Romo play. I don't think Dallas sucked. I mean, obviously, they had their ups and downs with Tony Romo, but at the end of the day, I don't think Tony Romo. I think he gets clowned a lot, but he had a
Yeah.
solid career.
He did have a solid career, and he had a much longer tenure than Charles Woodson had. And yes, Charles Woodson had some of an impact in Green Bay, but
I would say
he was better
that
as a Raider.
Charles Woodson's impact for Green Bay did less for Green Bay in a positive way. Hear me out. Than when Tony Romo fumbled at the goal line. I mean, that gave like 10 years worth of like reason for people to talk about Dallas. Even though Dallas was going to
Sure.
be talked about, period. But
Sure.
no matter what, they were going to be talked about, especially because of that shit. And
Yeah.
I really do think it's Romo. I like Tony Romo there.
Yeah. Was
Um,
he a undrafted free agent?
yes.
Okay.
So we have Peyton Manning in 2012 going over to Denver. And then we have Carson Wentz 2017.
Carson Wentz.
Or excuse me.
Who?
Not fucking Nick Foles.
Nick
I don't
Foles.
know why I looked down and saw Foles, thought Wentz. Nick fucking Foles, 2017. So obviously you got one quarterback who was picked up during the season and then went on to win a Super Bowl, and you have Peyton Manning. So in a bubble, Peyton Manning was one and one in the Super Bowl, put up probably
Yes.
one of the best seasons historically.
Statistically,
Sorry.
and historically, ever as a
But
quarterback.
let's look at it like
It's
let's look at it like this. They signed Peyton Manning and got what they got out of it, right?
yeah.
When Philly signed Nick Foles, they got a lot more than what they thought they were going to get out of that.
All right, but okay. In the same sense, did they know what they were going to get out of Peyton Manning? Peyton Manning was coming off a lot of neck injuries, a lot of injuries,
Coming off of
neck surgery.
No, sorry, hold on. He was coming off of a neck surgery.
Okay, a neck surgery that stopped him from playing football for a while.
Well, it's because you have to recover from a neck injury.
Well, sure, he was older.
Okay.
Um,
He threw for 50 touchdowns, or 55
55.
touchdowns. So I don't think his age was hindered that much, or age was hindered that much.
But who would have known? I mean, we would have expected Russell Wilson to play better than he did this year.
Take away.
He was a quarterback who had won Super Bowl prior.
Take away Peyton Manning's last season. You got
winning the Super Bowl?
Yeah. No. You mean when Brock Osweiler led them to a Super Bowl, and then Peyton Manning was like,
Von Miller finished it out.
Peyton Manning was like, I got this. Yeah, you could have put me at quarterback for Denver, and they were going to win that game. The way the way Denver was playing against Carolina that day, Carolina was not winning that Super Bowl.
No, and Cam was not finna talk to those reporters.
But what I'm saying is Peyton Manning, like his Super Bowl win for Denver is the last thing I'm looking at when I'm thinking of reasons to move him on. If anything, that last year hurts. hurts his case. Because, like, sure, he got them a Super Bowl, but, bro, like, come on. Like, let's be real. That was a very wishy-washy season.
For who?
For Peyton Manning.
Well, yes, for sure.
That's what I
right.
mean, it's not
But,
really
I mean, statistically, what the hell did Nick Foles do? He was on a great team.
Without that last season for Peyton Manning, you got a guy who was signed, and I'm talking about Nick here. You got a guy who was signed, helped win a fucking Super Bowl the same year.
Mm-hmm.
You got Peyton Manning, who got blown the fuck out in a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And put up great numbers.
Yeah.
What was the better free agency signing?
To be completely honest. All right. When did Foles play? Was it 2018?
2017 season. Oh, so you're telling me, are you really going to sit here and tell me that Nick Foles didn't have more impact in that one season than Peyton Manning did on Denver Broncos? He won that Super Bowl, and Denver hasn't done shit since. They have been garbage since then.
But Denver was garbage before then.
Philly has been riding on this. Tim Tebow had Denver in the playoffs. Stop it. Philly was riding. Has still been riding off of that Super Bowl win.
I mean, I'm all for the Nick Foles hype.
But
you've said very often that they could have won that team. I mean, they could have won that Super Bowl with Carson Wentz.
First of all, you can't use my argument against me because every time I say that, you go, why? Because he was like in the MVP race. So we're not doing that. You don't think that. So I don't want to hear it from you. I don't want to hear you say that. And I don't know if Carson Wentz, the way Carson Wentz was playing that year, yeah, he was going to win the MVP that season. So
I don't think he was going to win the Super Bowl, though.
Yeah, because you know who Carson Wentz is now. That's like saying, no, I don't think Ben Simmons could lead a team. No shit. Ben Simmons can't lead a fucking team. It's because, but when he was a rookie and people were gassing him, yeah, you weren't sitting there going, oh, no, he couldn't lead a team. So what I'm saying is, just how I said, you got a lot of quarterbacks that were probably signed to 1-year deals, minimums, whatever, and did nothing. And you got this guy who showed up, took over, and won a fucking Super Bowl, beat Tom Brady in a Super Bowl. Peyton Manning had great numbers, got his ass blown out in the Super Bowl when he was able to play, got carried to a Super Bowl win in Super Bowl 50. And to be honest with you, I don't really hear Denver fans talking. Like, they don't really, like, they won their Super Bowl, but they talk about Vaughn more than they talk about Peyton Manning. Like, they really don't even
care they talk about Vaughn like a motherfucker.
I hear Philly talk about Nick Foles still more than I hear about Denver talking about Peyton Manning.
All right. It's settled. Nick Foles has a statue. It's done.
Thank you.
Nick Foles has a legitimate statue outside of whatever
for a
fuck that field's called.
For a play.
For Philly.
For
Doug Peterson has a statue.
We got Deion Sanders.
But Pete Rose can't be in the Hall of Fame.
Deion Sanders, 1994 to San Francisco versus Arian Foster, undrafted free agent to the Houston Texans. Now I'm not gonna lie to you.
Arian was good.
Arian was he had a great career.
He had a great career on the Texans. Yeah.
Deion helped San Fran win. He won a Super Bowl in San Francisco.
He did win a Super Bowl in San Fran.
Francisco won he won in San Francisco.
Now they had won before he had been there.
That's what I was gonna say. But you're looking at like a tiny stint of Deion's career versus like Arian
Foster's career,
majority of his career. But Arian Foster still didn't really do anything.
I mean, he was on the Texans.
But then that kind of goes against the Romo versus Charles Woodson argument. Or did Tony Romo do more for Dallas than Arian Foster did for Houston, and did Deion Sanders do more for San Fran than Charles did for Green Bay?
You can't say GB, bro. All right, Arian. did not do as much as Tony Romo did.
Okay.
And as for San Fran, as for Dion and Woodson, probably fairly similar. And, Woodson was there for a little bit longer, I think.
I think it's prime. I don't think it's a big, strong argument, but I do think it's the
No, it's definitely not that strong, but it is, yeah.
Like I'm not gonna lie, he has no chance against Nick Foles in this next.
Arian ran a 4.68.
We have Ed McCaffrey, 1995 to the Denver Broncos, going up against Tom Brady, 2020. Ed McCaffrey, 1,000-yard years, back-to-back Super Bowls with John Elway. Tom Brady. Oh, are we doing that?
Ed McCaffrey, back-to-back Super Bowls with John Elway.
Yeah,
who the fuck was the running back?
Who was like 0-3 in the Super Bowl before that?
You mean Terrell Davis was the MVP of that Super Bowl and not Ed McCaffrey?
Oh my god.
The other running back.
So you're just gonna spend the rest of the podcast with Tom Brady's dick in your mouth. That's that what we're doing?
He won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, Ed won too.
He didn't win shit. TD won.
He was
TD
1,000
won. All right, to not be the best running back on your team and to beat Tom Brady.
But he was a 1,000-yard receiver.
So was Alfred Morris.
Morris.
You said receiver?
Yeah.
Well, he ran for 1,000. Well, fucking everyone's fucking caught for 1,000 yards. Now.
Whatever. Tom Brady moves.
AJ Brown did it. Who the fuck is?
Tom Brady moves on.
No, you can't put Ed McCaffrey. I know you want to draw out the conversation longer, but there's no fucking way we're putting Ed McCaffrey.
No, I don't want to have a conversation. Why would I want to have a conversation about it? It's obviously Tom Brady.
A certified plumber? Ed McCaffrey? That guy runs McCaffrey and Sons. What are we talking about?
That guy birthed Christian McCaffrey.
Fuck it. Fuck that.
What do you mean? No. When you make Christian McCaffrey, you were probably pretty good at sports. I'm sorry.
I wasn't aware that was his father.
Yeah. It wasn't his fucking. Yeah, it was his fucking father.
But they would have won that Super Bowl without Ed McCaffrey.
I lost you. What'd you say?
I said they could have won that Super Bowl without Ed McCaffrey, and the Bucks hadn't done shit since 01. Or not 01, 03 or whenever they fuck they won. 02.
Whatever. We got Rod Woodson. 1998 Baltimore Ravens.
Charles Woodson's dad.
Versus Kurt Warner 05 in Arizona.
To Arizona? Wait, wasn't he an undrafted free agent?
I think so.
No, to the Rams?
I don't know, but we're talking about this.
I
don't know. So he joined Arizona, helped them get to a Super Bowl and almost win one if it wasn't for the greatest touchdown in Super Bowl history.
Which one? James or Centennial?
The one that won the bracket. Yeah, Centennial.
Toe tapper?
The toe tap, yeah. The one that won the game.
Yes.
Yeah, no, okay. Did Rod Woodson come to Baltimore and help shape that defense and help win that Super Bowl and was a big part of that? And is the longer I talk making me realize it might be Rod Woodson? Maybe. Kurt Warner joined.
Kurt Warner did less than Peyton Manning did. I'll tell you that much. All
right, then it's Rod. Fuck it. It's Rod. I didn't really think I had an argument for Rod, but sure. We have Drew Brees, 2000. I say, is it 09 or 2006? Okay, yeah, I don't know why I wrote 09 over there. 2006 versus Shannon Sharp, 2000 and 2000.
Oh.
Once again.
What they did for, sure, yes, won the Super Bowl with the Ravens. Wasn't there very long. Not Romo. Breeze is the reason we talk about the Saints, because without him, we are stuck talking about Jameis and whoever the fuck they got at quarterback.
Yeah, no, it's Drew Brees. It's Drew Brees. I'd hate to sound like repetitive and just say the same thing about Drew Brees every time, but when we're comparing Drew Brees' stint in New Orleans versus Shannon Sharp's stint in Baltimore, which is basically what we're doing.
Yeah.
It's not really a question. We got Reggie
Yeah.
White, 1993 Green Bay Packers, Tony Romo, Dallas Cowboys.
See, the problem is
So I need
hard
you
for me to
understand.
rank.
Reggie White was the most sought after free agent.
Okay.
When he went to the Packers, people didn't think he was going to the Packers. When he went to the Packers, that put like another spark into the Packers.
Okay. Where
It
did he
was a
come from?
oh my god. Philly,
New
right?
England?
Philly, right?
Really? Was it
Philly?
Philly?
Yeah. But so you need to
Yeah.
understand that it was a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
Tony Romo, like it's two different ends. It's two different sides of the coin here because you got one free agent who was like the most sought after free agent at the time.
Two-time Defensive Player of the Year in that stretch.
Yeah, I'm
Or
not, bro. Tony
just
Romo
one.
doesn't really have an argument, does he?
One Defensive Player of the Year in that stretch, sorry.
I
In
don't think
'98.
I don't think Tony Romo really has an argument here. Against
Sack leader, not for the team, though.
against Charles Woodson's stint in Green Bay.
Compared to
Okay,
Reggie White, what he did,
Reggie
Pro
White in
Bowl
Green
every
Bay
year.
though. Reggie White was a way bigger X factor than Charles Woodson was for Green Bay's defense.
Two-time first team. I didn't
Okay,
realize how good he was on the Eagles.
yeah, bro. Reggie White.
He was a decoy on the Eagles.
Reggie White was
And the sacks leader
a
twice.
beast. Reggie White was a beast.
Damn.
Like because I was there.
He played for the Memphis Showboats though.
Nick Foles, 2017.
Yep.
Versus Deion Sanders, 1994.
That's a toughie. Because I don't think
you know my answer.
I was gonna say it too. Fuck Deion. Fuck yo.
Bro,
Fuck yo.
fuck
Fuck
Deion, bro.
Deion.
Fuck Deion. It's Nick Foles,
Motherfucker.
2017.
That's like your fucking goddamn someone just that that's just KD going to the Warriors. They were already good. Fuck it. Who cares?
Tom Brady, 2020.
Do I not know how to speak today? Something happened to me.
Rod Woodson, 19. It's okay. It's late. Rod Woodson, 1998.
Tony or Rod is what you said.
Tom Brady.
Tom.
All right, it's Tom Brady. I'm not gonna sit here and
Thank you.
I already know what you're gonna say. It's Tom. I guess it's Tom.
His
Whatever.
dick is not in my mouth. He won a Super Bowl with a horrible organization.
He's in your ass. He's railing you from behind while we do this podcast. We have Drew Brees to the Saints versus Reggie White to the Packers. Look, it was fun pretending like we knew a lot about Reggie White, but
it was very fun because I knew dick about this guy.
But are we really going to sit here and do that? It's Drew Brees.
It's Drew Brisky
going to the Saints has to be the answer here. All right, now we have a nice matchup here. We have Nick Foles 2017 to Philly versus Tom Brady 2020 to Tampa Bay.
That's what we've been looking for 3 months.
All right, Devin.
This showdown. Fucking A.
So,
all right.
You got basically, well, okay, first of all, Tom Brady won an MVP in Tampa. Did he not?
Super Bowl MVP, not league MVP.
Just a Super Bowl MVP?
Tom was not a league MVP. His last league MVP was when they lost to the Eagles, 2017.
Okay, I'm mixing everything up.
His last league MVP was that year.
With Tampa, he was a Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl champ, no regular season MVP. You're right, because Aaron won those.
Aaron won twice, back-to-back. And then Pat won the year before. No, yeah, Aaron, yeah.
I think it was Lamar. It was Lamar, Aaron, Pat.
It was Pat, Lamar, Aaron,
Pat.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that makes. Okay, Tom was a Super Bowl MVP.
Super Bowl
So
MVP.
I was just trying to see what edge he had on Nick Foles here, but not any.
Was Nick Foles Super Bowl MVP?
Yeah, right?
Was he?
Yes.
Was he?
Nick Foles was the MVP of that Super Bowl.
Was it not the city of Philadelphia?
It was 10,000% Nick Foles. See,
You know who it should have been? The pole greasers in Philly.
bro, I don't know if I'm tripping or not, but I'm telling you right now that Nick Foles winning the Super Bowl for Philadelphia in 2017 did more for the Philadelphia Eagles than what Tom Brady did for Tampa. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
I
Okay,
can't fight that.
for the people at home, I don't live in Tampa. I'm not too far from Tampa. I see a lot of Tampa fans. I see how people interact with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You know what I see a lot more of? 2002 banners.
Yes.
People are like,
That's
yeah,
plastered.
Tom came and they were like, yeah, we won the Super Bowl. And then like he stayed for another like a year or two. And then they were like,
And they're
all
like,
right.
what are we doing?
No, he came, won a Super Bowl their first year. And then they were like,
Their first
okay,
year.
all right, cool. And then like shit
And
the
they're like,
bed
how
next
many
years.
more will Tom win? And then he shits the dick.
I think
And then we realized he's 45 years old. Now, not to say that he played poorly, but that team's peak, offensive, defensively, was that year.
Tampa is screwed. Tampa's screwed for the next 10 years.
They have to be.
They're screwed for the next 10 years. They're gonna get gutted.
But yeah, Nick Foles beat Tom Brady when Tom was MVP.
Bro, a lot of like that team from 2017, a lot of them are still there. Not a lot of them, but they're still
a lot of defensive players. Yes,
there's still
still
pieces there. Like
Fletcher.
It's like I don't know, bro. But we got our finals. We got Drew Brees 2006 in New Orleans versus Nick Foles 2017. All right.
Are we gonna do this?
Look,
Nick Foles has one Pro Bowl.
It was fun. It was fun.
It was very fun.
I loved carrying Nick Foles all the way to the finals, but we're talking about Hall of Fame career and then Nick Foles in 2017.
I mean, it's such an anomaly from the rest of his career because he was a terrible quarterback.
You're essentially taking a quarterback's best season and comparing it to Drew Brees' entire Hall of Fame career. So take the year Joe Flacco won the Super Bowl and compare it to Drew Brees' Hall of Fame career.
No, take Trent Dilfer.
Take Trent Dilfer's best year and compare it to Drew Brees' Hall of Fame career.
No, take Nick Foles' best year and compare it to Drew Brees' worst year. It's still better.
Take Drew Brees with a separated shoulder in San Diego. It's going to be better than Nick Foles.
Yeah.
It's Drew Brees.
Take Drew Brees if he lost Jesus.
We knew this from the jump when we started this, that Drew Brees was the best free agent signing ever.
I didn't know that. I didn't have any preset
I'm saying
motivations, but
I think once all 16 players were named, I think it was pretty obvious. Once we got back to round 2, I knew Brees was going to win this. But
yeah,
it was still interesting. It was still interesting to talk about because
I'm just confused how Kurt Warner got to the Rams.
I don't know. Something about him bagging groceries, playing in Canada, and then he won the Super Bowl or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe I should go watch that documentary.
Yeah, probably.
Or that weird live action movie. But yeah, Drew Brees is that guy.
I think that's it though. I think we're gonna wrap it up. I think we talked game 2. We talked the Gators. We talked people gambling in sports. We talked where Dalvin Cook's gonna go, what LeBron's gonna do, the best free agent signings of all time. We talked about a whole bunch of shit.
We could talk about Bud Light really quick.
What's What is that?
Their sales have dropped 25%.
Okay.
And people are realizing that they don't drink that beer because it tastes good. They drink it because it says Bud Light. And now Bud Light is in the poopies.
Didn't Bud Light just team up with Bud Light just teamed up with somebody that's like
Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
Budweiser. Harley Davidson is now on the Budweiser cans.
Okay, so that's what's
in an
keeping
effort
them back into
to
that.
regain.
See, here's the thing though. What does Bud Light profit? Like, what's
More
Bud
than I
Light's
can
profit?
think.
Probably
More than I can even.
hundreds of millions of dollars.
Well, Bud Light is not. Bud Light is owned by some company from the Netherlands. But
okay, so remember when I said the NFL didn't really care when people stopped watching for kneeling?
I know, but this is different. There's no second option for the NFL. That's the only football we get. You know how many beers are on the market? It's insane.
But that's the thing. All these beer companies are still thriving when there are so many people on earth who love one beer and would never even spit in a Bud Light can. So, like, why does it matter? Why does it matter? Who cares? There's going to be more people that turn 21. There's going to be more people that go to college parties. There's going to be more people that drink Bud Light. They can take a 25% cut and still make hundreds of millions of dollars. They're going to be fine.
Very true. But
Who
I did
cares?
see. I went to a place a couple weeks ago, and they were selling Bud Light and Budweiser for $1.63 till the end of the summer.
There you go. Get your Bud Light.
Yep.
I think that's it though. I think
think
that's
we're good.
everything. Is there anything else? Any last words before we get out of here?
Golf is stupid. That's probably about it for today.
Well, there you go. Golf is stupid. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this episode of On It. We'll be back with a brand new episode this Saturday to talk about Game 3, to preview Game 4, talk about all the other off-the-record shit we got to talk about. Another bracket, some more Word or Weddle, whatever you want to see us do, we will do. With that being said, it has been me. It has been Devin. It has been real. We are out.
Splurt on them.